is health to you? The common response to this question is to feel good, right? I feel good, I must be healthy. Well, many people, if you know someone with cancer or someone that has heart disease, they feel great most of the time. A lot of these problems are found as incidental findings. They go in for some other test and they say, you have cancer. The point is, when you start to have symptoms from this, it's too late. They start long before you have symptoms. Pain motivates people to seek treatment, resulting in sick and disease care, not preventative and wellness care. That makes sense? We talk about our new healthcare system. Obamacare was supposed to really be helpful for preventative and wellness. You didn't have to pay co-pays. You didn't have any out-of-pocket expense for those things. Well, what is their wellness on their plan? What is it? You get routine blood work. You get routine screenings, right? Colon screenings for colon cancer, whatever. Well, what's preventative about that? Nothing. What that is you just basically, they don't teach you what to do. They just say, come in every 6 months and let's see if you got it yet. They're not telling you to eat right, to exercise right, to do all the right things. So it's really not preventative. It's just kind of waiting around to see. So their definition of preventative care, the chiropractic profession, which kind of started a lot of this, has their own viewpoint on it. And a lot of this is what we refer to as a drug culture created by drug companies. Most of our education about diseases comes from where? What's Dones for? Backache. Commercials. The drug companies that put them on is where we get our education from. So here's a list. So why blindly cover up symptoms? If we have a headache, we tend to drug it. Sore throat, we numb it. We have tight muscles or muscle spasms, we chemically relax them. If we have high blood pressure, we artificially lower it. We have a malfunction in gallbladder, we remove it. How do you view your health? Pain exists, the body's alarm system reveals a developing problem. No pain, no problem, well, not quite. So hopefully we get that point across that just because pain isn't there doesn't mean we're healthy. We often say pain is the last thing to show up, but the first thing to go away. I thought this statistic was alarming. Americans make up 4% of the world population, yet we expend almost 50% of the money spent on medical care. That means we should be healthy, right? If we spend 50%, but we're only 4% of the world population, we'd be healthy, right? Because that's what it does. It makes us healthy, right? Depending on where you look, but the World Health Organization ranks us at 57th healthiest in the world. There's 56 other countries healthier than us. How could that be? Well, our healthcare system has failed. It's not making us healthier. Again, because it's sickness care, it's reactive care. We're waiting to get it. So is it working? Here's just some the Time magazine articles that have hit over the last several years. So we get into the medical dictionary, Dorland and Webster's. The most common ones you'll see in any medical student chiropractic's bag. Dorland defines as a state of optimal physical, mental, and social well-being, and not merely the absence of disease or infirmities, or a condition of wholeness to which all of the organs are functioning 100% of the time. And these are the goals of wellness care, not to just be without symptoms. Here. So our nation spends 25% of its total healthcare tab, about $250 billion a year on failed medical care for unhealthy habits and other modifiable health risks such as smoking, diabetes, and obesity. This type of disease and crisis care model of health, again, has failed. So if we took the money from raising for supporting these, not to say that they're not good causes, but if we put that more into just educating the public of what's really out there, a lot of these, there are studies done with this type of, it'll be in my next presentation, studies done that by following that type of physical stress, chemical stress, emotional stress program, it can save 75 to 85% of medical expenses. Here's an interesting one. People exposed to frequent disturbing events like stress are more likely to suffer declines in memory and mental ability found in Alzheimer's disease. Alzheimer's disease is a nervous system disease. There are certain nutrients that can reverse this trend. Alzheimer's is the 6th leading cause of death in this country. Yeah. Health factors. We'll talk a little bit about the inflammation. Inflammation is now characterized as the secret killer that is known to promote cancer, heart disease, Alzheimer's, and other diseases we'll talk about. Most of it comes from our diet. We are an overfed but undernourished society. And we'll talk about some example of the diet and how it can promote inflammation.